Mai Lan is invited to attend an exhibition featuring ancient paintings, one of which is particularly special, a painting believed to have the power to change the fate of anyone who gazes upon it. The painting is called The Forgotten Painting, and it is being displayed publicly for the first time in over 100 years. Mai Lan immediately feels something strange about the painting. Every time she looks at it, she gets a cold sensation as if someone is watching her. Tao, laughing, maybe this painting has a soul. Aren't you scared? Mai Lan, frowning, it's not fear, it's just a very strange feeling. Like someone is calling me. Climax. Scene 2, The Strange Dreams. Mai Lan begins having strange dreams. She finds herself standing before the painting, but in her dream, the painting starts to move. She sees a woman dressed in a white ao dye, her sad face visible, standing inside the painting. The woman keeps calling her name with a distant, echoing voice, Mai Lan, save me. This sensation haunts Mai Lan and she can't shake it off. She starts visiting the museum more frequently and feels increasingly drawn into something mysterious that she can't explain. Scene 3, The Secret Behind the Painting. Mai Lan decides to investigate the history of the painting and discovers that it was painted in the late 19th century by a famous artist, Lu Din Phuong, who is believed to have committed suicide after completing this artwork. However, there is a legend that the painting is a gateway between the living and the dead. While researching, Mai Lan realizes that everyone who has owned the painting has encountered strange and tragic events. Mr. Loy, the current owner, is the last in a long line of people to fall victim to its curse. Scene 4, The Dark Truth. Mai Lan uncovers that the woman in the painting is actually Lu Din Phuong's wife, Mrs. Lan, who was murdered by her husband in a fit of jealous rage. After killing her, Lu Din Phuong painted her image to preserve her, but it also became a way to imprison her spirit within the painting. Mrs. Lan's spirit cannot find peace, and anyone who owns the painting will become the next victim in a cycle of death as she seeks to free herself by killing others. Mai Lan realizes she is the next in line. Ending. Scene 5, The Confrontation. Mai Lan decides to confront Mrs. Lan one night at the museum. She calls out to her and the painting begins to glow in an eerie light. The face of the woman in the painting twists into a sinister smile and Mai Lan can clearly sense that she is being drawn into the painting. At that moment, Mai Lan uses a talisman she found in Mr. Loy's library and chants an incantation she learned from her research into ancient spiritual arts. Suddenly, a wave of light bursts from the painting and Mrs. Lan's shadowy figure appears before Mai Lan. Mrs. Lan stares at her with empty eyes and says, "You think you can save yourself? This is your fate." Mai Lan is no longer afraid. She